Hi everyone, it's Ghosty, and today I'm going to be building a large modern Mediterranean mansion. That's a lot of M's to say straight away. This inspiration kind of came to me when I was looking at Spanish villas online to try and find some inspiration for a build I tried to do, but it kind of ended a bit horribly, so I gave up. Hence the Oasis Springs lot. So you can see here I am doing those large pillar type things. I don't think pillar is the correct word to use for them, but they're often found in a lot of really modernised builds, and obviously I don't really build modern things. If any of you follow me on my origin, the link will be in the description, you'll know that a lot of my things are often family homes, estates, stuff like that. Quite nice, not like nice, but like gentle, not exactly modernised, because I don't really feel like my personality fits with the modern builds or my building style fits with them, but I figured I'd try something a little bit different today, and by today I mean technically tomorrow, because it's the following day while I'm recording this, because this build actually took me 2 days to do. That might be because I've been working constantly, and I haven't had a lot of time between shifts to actually sit down and build something, and I haven't really been playing The Sims for a long time, but obviously there is being the trailer for the Magic Pack, I can't really remember what it's called, Realm of Magic I think, has been announced, and I'm really excited to get that, and I will get it the minute it comes out. So I figured I might as well do another build, I might as well play some more Sims. Obviously I'm in a bit of a dry spot for inspiration at the moment, which has kind of resulted in a lot of builds that have gone wrong, a lot of builds I haven't recorded, a lot of just general faffing, playing different games, trying to just find inspiration, because I do draw, but obviously I haven't had much inspiration for that either, so I've had a very busy past month. And if you're actually a returning person from my original Christmas cabin back when Seasons was coming out, you'll also know that I'm absolutely terrible at keeping a constant recording schedule, or any schedule. If any of you know my YouTube, not my YouTube, if any of you know my cosplay channel, then you'll also know I'm terrible at uploading on that. I am very much alive. I very much have things to do though, and obviously it's hard to get together, plan things, very much with Sims builds really, and today I have decided that I will try commentating over the top of it. I'm a little bit awkward, I've tried this about 3 other times, it hasn't really worked well, so I'm just going to go with it at this point. There's going to be some pauses, there's going to be awkward, there's going to be and all that, because I'm not really sure how to do this. If any of you actually have commentated over like a speed build or like a speeded up something, then please tell me how you do it, because I feel like a script wouldn't really work, because I feel like a script kind of makes you seem as if you're reading off a script. I've noticed that with a lot of things that usually require some form of knowing what you're about to say, so really I'm just kind of blabbing at this point, because there's not much to really talk about at the moment. I am just doing the outside wallpaper at the moment, general renovation, just the exterior, and it's not the most entertaining in the world to talk over, and obviously I've never commentated over the top of something before, so I'm not really sure what to talk about, because my life isn't that interesting really. I've been playing a few games, and I work. That's about it, because I wake up, I go to work, I come back, I play some games, then I have to go back to work, then I come back and go to sleep. So I haven't had a lot of free time at the minute. I am also going off to university in September, which on the date of me recording this, with my camera actually flashing at me, so I'm not sure if we'll get through the full thing tonight, or if I'll have to pick up tomorrow, because it is red and it's not charged, and it might just go horribly wrong. But it's currently the 26th of August, and I am moving out approximately 2 weeks and 6 days, so that's going to be interesting, and that is one of the main reasons why I decided I was going to bring back my building. I say bring back, you can't really bring back something you've only uploaded once on, but I am starting to do again my Sims speed builds, because I build a lot. I do build a lot in The Sims. My origin is filled with builds, my gallery is filled with a few less, because I don't really always publish some of the things I use, because I use a lot of custom content in my personal games, but I try and stick to no custom content when uploading things, because not everyone's going to have the custom content I have, and it's not fair. But obviously with me going off to university, I can't really do a lot of the things that I originally would have been doing if I was still living at home, such as cosplay, and well, that's about it. I can still draw and I can still write and all that stuff, but I'd like to have something to occupy my time with, so I thought I'm bringing my computer, so I'm going to do a lot of Sims builds, and who knows, maybe I'll get a bit better, maybe I'll get a bit more experience in different areas of building, and who knows what can happen. I am entirely doing this just for the fun, because I don't really have much else in store for this, really. A lot like this build, I didn't really know what I was doing. Like, I'm doing the rooms at the moment, and my plan for this was literally just to plonk them down, draw lines with the walls, and we'll see what happens. And from a finished product point of view, I will admit that I wish I'd planned it a little bit better, because there are only 2 bathrooms in this whole place, and one of them is an ensuite, and in a room which has at least like 7 rooms, 2 bathrooms aren't going to cut it, so that's a bit of a downfall on my behalf. But on the same, like, on a plus side, I can't believe I didn't change those columns. Looking at them now, they really don't fit. I didn't change them in this build. I might change them before uploading it to the gallery though, so if you do want to watch this build, not watch this build, you are watching this build, if you do want to download this build and have your fancy rich Sims live in it, then my origin name is in the description, along with a lot of my other social media, so you can catch up with me and see what I'm doing. It's probably not much. I don't really use much social media. I have an Instagram, don't really upload on it. I have a Twitter, don't really use it. I have a Snapchat, don't really use it. That's my problem. I don't use social media, but I have all of it. Oh, you can see here I am doing the fencing. This moment I was trying to pick a fence that looked really nice with the build, because I didn't want it to be too fancy, but I didn't want it to be too... I didn't want like the modernised outside of the house to kind of be lost. So I kind of settled on like a nice glass fence. And I decided I was going to give it grass, because there is nothing nicer than having like a piece of like long like grass and just nice outside, because grass in between your toes is great, take it from me. So I'm just filling in the lines, and then I decided I didn't like how neat it was, and I was going to go around the lines that I was trying so hard to stick into and make it a little bit more messy. Obviously we'll get to that in a minute, and that will be happening, I believe, now. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm trying to just optimise all of the... just general how it looks nice without all the furnishings in. And I was copying the pattern on the other side. This is actually the land grab, I believe, lot. I think I kicked them out. Well, of course I kicked them out to have this lot. But this is actually the lot that they lived in, so I kind of copied the idea from the original EA of having the grass kind of bending around. And soon we will go into, once I've obviously finished the path and all that, we'll be changing into kind of the second day of the whole build process, because I went to bed after doing this. I was very tired. I changed the colour of the roofy ceiling bit quite a bit, because I wasn't very happy with it. It didn't really fit with the rest of it, but eventually I settled on like a nice dark brick, and soon we'll be going into a fade to black transition, because we are just that fancy over here, into the furnishings. I have sped up the furnishings a bit more than usual with the builds, because I feel like when I'm actually building the exterior of a house, I do swing the camera around quite a bit, and it gives me a headache watching back at this moment. So in the future I might try and take into precaution my own headache, and try not to give you guys a headache. But soon we're going to a fade to black right about now. Yay, there it is. So you can see it's a bit faster, and really I'm just going to be putting all the doors in, furnishing, choosing which doors I like, because I wasn't really sure. This lot is actually, I think it's medium walls, or no, they're medium walls. They're not high walls, but they're medium walls. So obviously everything looks quite a bit smaller, really, when you actually take into account the size of a normal sim. But here I am spinning around the camera as usual, because I can't seem to just stay in one place. I use WASD. I'm not sure if that says a lot about what games I play personally, but I use the WASD and the right click and the scrolly wheel to spin around, so my camera often goes mental. It's even worse when you speed up my recordings, because it just looks like we're going around and around and around. But here I'm just kind of picking what the rooms are. So obviously I've got a nice wooden floor for like the hallways. Excuse me, my throat is very dry. And then obviously I have like a carpet for the bedroom. It's just like, so when I go to build the whole thing, because it is a very big build, I'll actually know what's what, except on the first floor, which I had to try and remember after coming back to it a full day later, which room was going where. So here I am picking probably my favourite lights in the entire game. I'm not 100% sure what they're called, I just know what they look like. There they are. There's a perfect view of the lights while I'm trying to pick something to go in that corner. I believe I just settled with Yeah, I did, just a little table and some chairs. Because, you know, with hallways, there's not really much you can put in them, but you want to kind of fill them so they don't look like completely empty. Honestly, hallways, small, weird-shaped hallways are my biggest enemy because I just don't know what to do with them, but I don't want to leave them blank because then it makes the entire house look a bit terrible. No rug really fitted, so I went with a nice rug like that. Another rug there. So I did a bit of a whoopsie there. I am back. My camera died. So at least now I know that for future reference, when it starts flashing red at me, I have about 10 minutes before it inevitably shuts down. So we're about 5-10 minutes in the future now. I charged it for a bit, uploaded the previous voiceover thingy to my laptop, and now it's successfully in my editing software, so I'm able to see exactly whereabouts I am, and we are doing the kitchen. I love kitchens. I just really like building them. If I could just spend my entire life building lots of different kitchen types, I would be honestly happy, but I bit off a little bit more than I could chew with this build because it is a massive, massive kitchen. And I was only really able to fill about half of it. So I guess, like, in a plus side, if it just means that it's up to you guys to fill the remaining half of the kitchen with anything that you want to put in it. So you might put, God, I don't know, everything I normally put in a kitchen's in the kitchen. But either way, so onto the dining room, because we're now furnishing. A nice bar, really. I don't really know what I'm talking about anymore. I completely lost my train of thought when my camera shut down on me. And after rewatching all the footage, because who doesn't love hearing their own voice, am I right? I am completely out of it, but I have successfully hydrated myself, although it may not sound it. I naturally have a very croaky voice, and my hamster is running around. So if there are any sudden clunky noises, it is a small rodent living in my bedroom at this precise moment. Oh, my camera's flashing at me again. Thank you. I did only charge you for 10 minutes. Luckily, though, we only have about 4 minutes left of this build, so I should be able to get through it without having to wait another 10 minutes to charge it and then put it back in, just so I can finish a commentary. At least this time, I now know exactly how to do it for the next build that I do, because in the process of editing this, I was like, do I want to do the commentary tonight and stay up very late? Or do I want to do it tomorrow and potentially never do it? Because if I put something off, it tends to never really get done. And I wasn't really sure what I was going to use for commentary, because I do have a camera with a mic. It's good audio quality. It's what I'm using at this moment in time. But I also have a headset, which I use for online calls with my partner and my friends. So I wasn't really sure which one I wanted to use, but eventually I was like, you know, I'm just gonna get the camera out. It's easier to get it onto my laptop because my computer does not actually have a, excuse my lack of technology despite taking an A-level in IT, it doesn't have a hole for a little card to go in, so I can't actually get the footage from my camera onto my computer. And to get footage from my computer to my laptop takes cutting up the footage into lots of little pieces and sticking it onto a memory stick, which has a hissy fit, even if it has enough room, if it takes a big file. So, you know, but under here, in case you were curious what that big overhanging building was going to be, it's a gym. It's a personalised gym, and I will soon be putting a sauna in that little square off to the here, because I didn't really know what else to put in it. I was originally going to put a locker, and I swear there's lockers in The Sims that came with the Spa Day pack, but apparently I was wrong, or at least I was looking in the complete wrong place. So eventually I just decided, you know what, I'm going to put a sauna. Here I'm doing kind of, I guess it's the master bedroom. It definitely has the most expensive bed, but normally master bedrooms, if there's going to be an ensuite, have the ensuite, but I guest not, so we're going to call it the master bedroom. It's the master bedroom. It has all the nice things. It has a nice expensive sofa, a nice expensive bed. These were just kind of like guest rooms, I guess. I've gone back downstairs to do the bathroom I forgot about. But that's the ensuite there. I'm not 100% sure what half these rooms are. This is the princess room. If we think commonly in big houses, you have like the master bedroom, which normally has like the king size or the queen size bed. I'm not 100% sure which one's bigger either. For someone who does a lot of builds on The Sims, don't really know much about furniture. But this upstairs was kind of going to be like an area where you just shove your children in the most like respectful way. It's like when you go abroad, if like you're a young child and you go abroad with your family, you're often put in the kids club. I always was. My sister always was. So, you know, you just go in the kids club, you have fun so your parents can do their own thing. And so that's where the kids are. They're going in the kids club, which is actually the top floor of the building. And now back outside making the garden. I realised I made quite a phallic shape with the pool, so I changed it a little bit, made it a nice big, I don't even know what that shape is, and then split it off with a bridge. Over here we have lovely sun loungers. I believe those ones were added with the island one. I keep wanting to call it Island Paradise. It could very well be Island Paradise, or it could very well be the one from The Sims 3 that I'm naming, but either way, you know what I mean. Here I wanted to add some nice pretty lights, so they were actually used from the toddler pack. They were used from like the Playdate type of thing, but either way they're very pretty. That is a lot of chairs around a fireplace, I will be 100% honest with you. Over here is where I'm going to be putting the grill and like the general cooking area, which I always put in my builds because who doesn't want a nice barbecue outside? I don't have a barbecue at my house, so I feel obliged to put give my Sims a barbecue. And here's the last final bits of the kind of outside flower tree area, because I love playing with plants. I love plants. I love putting plants in my builds. I love just making the whole place look pretty, because I hate empty space. I feel like it makes it look very tacky, unless it's done very well. There's a specific way to give your lot like an empty space, but I don't like using it. I like to just fill the place with plants. Here I am filling it with cactuses to keep the desert vibe going on, hence why it's a bit of a Mediterranean build. And this is pretty much what I ended up with. So soon we'll be transitioning into the little screenshots. So this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe, and you will find my origin in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later.